Welcome everyone to this last session of the day. My name is Rung Tepgeo. I'm from the PATA membership team. I'm here today with...
I'm Paul Progan, the Director of Communications and External Affairs. Welcome to today's live experience. So Rung, what do we have in store for this afternoon?
So for this last session of today, we have partnered with our members Kazakh Tourism and SkyWay, and they will show us a bit more about the nomad culture in Kazakhstan, the lifestyle.
Oh, and this is we're actually going to be like out there live in the field.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. But I guess before we actually go out there, I'd like to introduce the Deputy Chairman of the Board at Kazakh Tourism. Please welcome Mr. Kairat. So I always find it tough to pronounce your last name, Kairat, so I'll let you do that yourself. And I'll pass it over to you to present. So welcome and thank you.
Thank you, Paul. That's why you see on the screen, I removed my last name. I put just Kazakh Tourism, Kairat Kazakh Tourism. make it easier for everyone. Once again, hello, good afternoon. Thank you so much, PATA, for this opportunity. Thanks for letting your members present to each other. We're happy to be among the first participants of the PATA Dream to Travel Festival. Indeed, we're all dreaming to travel. Once the borders are open, I think in big flocks, we will go out in the streets, travel domestically, internationally, and hopefully this will happen sooner than later. Today, I'm here with the company, local tour operator SkyWay. Dilda Nurlan, Miss Dilda Nurlan will be presenting right after me with a live session inside a real yurt with people presenting just a glimpse of Kazakhstan culture. The culture is really rich here. We're sharing a nomadic past. Let me just demonstrate my screen. I'll start with a quick presentation, put Kazakhstan into a context, and then pass on to Dilda. Can you see my screen now?
Yep, it's great. Just full screen your presentation.
There we go.
Perfect, perfect.
Excellent. So just to give you a quick understanding for those of you who haven't got a chance to visit Kazakhstan, and we are just to, shortly, we're a destination on the Silk Road. We're kind of sandwiched between Russia and China, bordering Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is our good neighbor whom we're sharing great history together. And nowadays we're partnering for trans-border tours, mostly for culture and heritage tourism along the Silk Road. There are great cities along the Silk Road, both on our part and Uzbekistan's part. In our part, we have Turkestan, Shymkent, Taraz, and of course, Almaty. The present day tour, which we call a pearl of the Great Silk Road, traveling to Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, starts in Almaty and goes all the way to Tashkent through Taraz, Turkestan, and Shymkent. All these cities are really pearls with tremendous vestiges of the Silk Road, different ancient mausoleums. Of course, it's a Silk Road cuisine, the food, the mixture, the fusion of Central Asia, where you can find anything from Indian samosa to Chinese lo mein, and different different ethnic groups claim that it's their dishes and everyone is making it in their own style. So anything from culture to food to entertainment to adventure opportunities, because the Silk Road on the Kazakhstan side goes through picturesque areas, mountain ranges of Tian Shan. So there are a lot of opportunities to experience and test yourself and get some adrenaline. If we zoom into Kazakhstan, and by the way, Kazakhstan is the 9th largest country in the world. It's a huge territory. And just to give you a regional perspective, so you kind of understand what region has what kind of tourism activities and opportunities. If you look straight at the Sari Arka, that's the biggest region that encompasses 6 regions, 6 provinces of Kazakhstan. That's where the capital city of Kazakhstan, Nur-Sultan city, is located. Around this is mostly flat area, huge area, both with agricultural and mining sectors developing. And here we mostly offer MICE tourism, city break tourism, as well as some kind of nomadic experience whereby you can travel outside of bustling cities and visit national parks, get to hunt with eagles, stay in the yurt, and so on. Moving clockwise is Altai region. In fact, it's a province called East Kazakhstan region, and Altai is the area that we share between China, Russia, and Mongolia. It's a huge area, mostly mountainous, beautiful, lush forests, and magnificent views, crystal clear lakes. And that's the area where Turkic civilization is believed to be coming from. So present day Turkic nations like Turkish, Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Azerbaijan, they all believed to be coming from this part of Kazakhstan. So this area is primarily ecotourism, staying with CBTs and going on adventures, and there are different areas where you can have kind of unique experiences. For instance, getting treatment using the blood and materials made from the horns of reindeers. So they're kept there and bred there with a special grass that they eat. They get these special properties in their horns, and that material is used to basically help people stay young, to rejuvenate themselves. Moving on is the homeland of apples. It's Almaty. Almaty is the largest city in Central Asia. It's a former capital of Kazakhstan, and apples are believed to be first appeared in the world, actually, just outside of Almaty, the footsteps of Tian Shan Mountains. And Almaty itself, the name of the city, means abundance of apples. So you see the logo of the city and many decorations and ornaments. They all have something to do with apples. Almaty region is famous for its ski resorts, for different types of mountain activities, whitewater rafting, and of course it's also a nomadic culture where you can also go hunting with eagles, you can go on different cultural tours and so on. Moving on is the Silk Road. That region, that cluster, so to say, is spread between 4 regions: Shymkent, Jambu, Turkestan, which I mentioned just now, and also Kızılorda. I would like to pinpoint that region in particular because this area hosts the world's biggest space launch, and I'll touch upon that one later in detail. So that's the place where you can see live, real space rocket launches and manned launches with real people, cosmonauts on board. And the last but not least, the area called the Caspian Gates, Kazakhstan. Although being a landlocked country, we do have our own sea, which is a huge salty lake. We share it with Iran, Azerbaijan, Russia, and Turkmenistan. It's a huge body of water. The ships and ferries go across it. You can travel to nearby countries, but for us, this place is a sacred place. Of course, it offers some attractions, present-day attractions like beaches and stuff. And just this month, we're opening up a huge Rixos resort there. But for Kazakh people, it's a sacred place with more than 360 shrines located in this Mangistau region. And of course, it's also a place with magnificent landscapes, sometimes reminding us of space or moon or Mars kind of landscapes. And I'll show you a couple of pictures after this. Speaking of the tourism product, given the size of the territory, given the number of ethnicities that we feature here in Kazakhstan, and to be more exact, we have 134 different ethnic groups living in Kazakhstan, and it's really a melting pot. And due to historical movements and being under Soviet rule, brought a lot of changes to once kind of mono nation. Then it was mixed with different nations, so you can see ethnic Koreans, ethnic Germans, Ukrainians, Russians, born and raised, living in Kazakhstan, sharing our culture with us, sharing their culture. So all this gives us a tremendous opportunity to be very diverse and versatile, but out of all this landscape, out of all these different cuisine and cultures, we had to really find our own focus to kind of narrow down in order not to be everything to everyone. So we kind of brought it down to 4E concept, including eco. Of course, it's ecotourism. We have 13 national parks and so on, different type of adventure activities. The second E is ethnic, just as mentioned right now, and you can see it on the bottom left picture, the yurt, and you'll see the deal that will be showing you a nice live session inside the real yurt. Being a nomad is really cool nowadays, and we're all nomads. You know, people are traveling like never before, and until March of this year, of course. But present-day travelers are really bold, just like nomads were back in the day, traveling and exploring countries and so on. Just to give you an idea how Kazakhstan was part of this global movement back in the day. 5,000 years ago, we were the first to domesticate horse. So the horse was first domesticated in northern Kazakhstan, outside of the capital cities, about 300 kilometers away in the area called Botai. That's where the horse was first domesticated. And then, of course, first equestrians went westward, and you know how it resulted in changing the warfare or changing the agriculture or changing the way people started traveling and so on. So I always like to say, if you scratch the land, the surface of Kazakhstan, it will bleed culture and history. So a lot to learn about in terms of culture and ethnic and nomadic past in Kazakhstan. The third E is entertainment. We're kind of center for MICE events in the Central Asian part of the world, and MICE tourism has always been on top of our agenda. We held different sports and political events, including World University Games in 2017, Winter Pan-Asian Games in 2011, and of course it's Expo 2017 event among the recent ones. And out of political events, I'll just pick a few, those that you might have heard of. It's Astana Economic Forum, and we've also held numerous smaller events in order to bring peace to Syria and other turbulent areas of Middle East. The last but not least is events. It's entertainment. Entertainment would include skiing, nightlife, tax-free shopping in Almaty, golfing, and of course it's gambling among them. In outside of Almaty and outside of the capital city, we have two special zones dedicated to casinos. So this is in a nutshell about the tourism offer of Kazakhstan, and I'll show you quickly just a couple of pictures. This is the Mangistau region, which I refer to as the space kind of space-like landscapes, and this is the bottom of the ancient ocean called Tethys. So that's why you see different formations. Just near these rocks, you can find teeth of sharks, you know, and different crustaceans and so on. This is Burabay, another famous national park, just outside of the outside of capital city Nur Sultan. Of course, we're a horseman culture, and with this picture, you can see vast territories of Kazakhstan going on adventure with jeeps and so on. It's just a great feeling of being free. Once again, it's the 9th largest country in the world. Kazakh is translated as free, one of the meanings. So we like to be free. We like to be going anywhere. You don't find many restrictions as anywhere else in the world. You can literally travel wherever you want. You can go on the highway point. You know, I want to go there. You just go off the highway and you just travel on the jeep. You stop at a lake. You put up a tent, build fire, cook, fish, and so on. It's just hunting that is very strictly regulated. But other than that, you're free to do whatever you want, literally. There are many mausoleums and shrines in Kazakhstan, so visiting them, it's not only getting yourself into a culture or history of Kazakhstan, it's also kind of a pilgrimage, because Kazakh people, mostly Muslims, and in the past were also Zoroastrians, and this kind of 2-3 religions, and we're also believing in Tengri. Tengri is another religion of nomads. So this kind of all intertwined, and today we are a mix, you know, believing both in Islam and on other deities, I guess. So there are a lot of places of worship in Kazakhstan to see. But by the way, to the right, you can see the mausoleum, and it's actually the place where the eldest son of Genghis Khan is buried. Joshi Khan, or Juchi, how he is referred in Russian language. Juchi is buried here. It's in the central part of Kazakhstan. Nobody knows where Genghis Khan was buried, but we all know that his eldest son, who was a ruler of the biggest horde of Kazakhstan. You know, Kazakhstan was split into 3 hordes, all belonging to one of the sons of Genghis Khan. So the biggest horde was ruled by Juchi, his son, and he's buried in the central Kazakhstan, outside of Jezgazgan city. This is the eastern Kazakhstan, which we refer to as the Switzerland of Kazakhstan. Really pristine nature, and there are many places where people never set foot on. These are 2 major cities. To the left is Nur-Sultan city, formerly Astana, and to the right is Almaty. Almaty is literally framed up by mountains. The uniqueness of Almaty is that it takes you half an hour, literally, to get yourself to above 3,000 meters above the sea level. I'll touch upon that one later in more details, because I would like to highlight Almaty as one of our strongholds. Again, steppes, mountains, canyons, glacier lakes. So now let's speak about Almaty. Almaty, again, is the biggest city. The major highlight is Medeo skating ring. That's the world's highest skating ring, located at 1,000 meters above the sea level. And then next to it is legendary Shimbulak ski resort, which is celebrating 65th anniversary this year. It's located at the at the altitude of 3.2 thousand meters, and it literally takes 25 meters from the downtown Almaty to get to the ski resort. And of course, Big Almaty Lake. Not only it's the source of fresh water to Almaty, it's also a really beautiful place with a turquoise color. Just behind that peak that you see in the background of the lake, gets you to Kyrgyzstan, another Central Asian republic whom we share a border, whom we share a trans-border tours. It's also an eco destination. So visiting Almaty will give you a chance to visit kind of 3 destinations at a time. Almaty province, and by the way, Almaty province is one of the biggest provinces, with Almaty being the center of the province and surrounded with a lot of national parks. And these 3 are the most popular national parks. It's Kaindy Lake. You can see this trunks of trees appearing above the surface of the lake. This lake was, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not really a man-made, but kind of man-made. Back in 1911, there was an earthquake in Almaty. So the forest with the spruces was sunk with water going from glaciers. And nowadays we have this beautiful lake, really, truly a pearl, magnificent views, and gives you kind of mysterious, feeling. And some people even go diving under the lake, and you can see these trees with their roots, and it's really interesting. Next in the middle is Charin Canyon. Some people refer to it as the younger brother of the Grand Canyon. In fact, it's older than the Grand Canyon, and it's really a beautiful place to go to. There are a lot of adventure opportunities. One thing that we've done last year together with my staff, going on mountain bikes through the bottom of the canyon. First of all, we had to go downhill at a tremendous speed, and then going with the speed that we developed, we managed without pedaling further, just coast through this almost, I think, 2.5 kilometers bottom of the canyon until we hit the river. Very interesting experience. And to the right is Kolsai Lakes. Kolsai is a cascade of lakes. In fact, it's 3 lakes located at 1,000 to 2,500 meters above the sea level. And some people like hiking, some people like go on a horseback tours, some people just like to stay there and do nothing or go boating, because it's a really beautiful glacier lake, and you find your peace of mind once you get there. And there are many CBTs and different types of guest houses around this place. So for those of you who like to be among locals, who like to be close to nature, that's the place to go outside of busy Almaty. And this is the spaceport Baikonur, which I promised to talk to you in details about. Baikonur is launching about 15 manned launches per year until about 1 month ago. We were the only spaceport in the world, because Cape Canaveral stopped its space program. But you all know that 1 month ago, Elon Musk started again the space program in Cape Canaveral in Florida. But here in Kazakhstan, you can see real astronauts going into space, and different nations send their pilots, send their cosmonauts with us, and tourists from those countries. Just recently, it was US, and then Japan, United Arab Emirates. When they deploy their cosmonauts, a lot of people from those particular countries come and visit and see this live. Just in case if we have some spectators from the mice industry, professionals, I'd like to tell that we're offering different types of support to, in case you want to bring 100 people and above to Kazakhstan on different occasions, be it a festival or board of meeting of the board of some corporation, incentive tours, or any kind of gathering of big associations and so on. We're here to offer some help with excursions, finding venues, administrative support, paying for your inspection visits, and so on. The biggest event that we've held so far was Pata Travel Mart. We held PTM last September. I hope we have someone here today who got to visit Kazakhstan, Nur-Sultan, during PTM last year. So any kind of events of this type, we're ready to host, we're ready to bid. These are the confirmed bids. If not the COVID-19 situation, we would have brought already Indian Travel Convention with close to 500 delegates. Next in the list are Society of Travel Writers, and also Skish, the annual meeting of International Ski Club of Journalists, Biz Europe Award coming from Europe, World Confederation of Businesses. So a lot of interesting events. So this was the glimpse into Kazakhstan. I hope it was interesting, and I'd like to thank everyone for making the session. Please feel free to contact us with MICE or with any other questions you might have. And I'm now passing on to Dilda, our colleague from SkyWay. SkyWay is a national tour operator who will be showcasing to you the part of the culture of Kazakhstan, being in the yurt and celebrating certain occasions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kairat. Well, just want to ask Kazakh Tourism, if you have a chance, you can also answer the question in the Q&A. Feel free to type it and answer it. Either any of your colleagues can have a chance to go in there and type it. But as you wait for Dilda, oh, here we go, and over to her.
Yeah, so welcome. My name is Dilda Nurlan. I'm from SkyWay. So today we come to the 8th novel, Nomads. So here we go. Here we can say we are in the mountainside. It's away from the Almaty around like 40 minutes. So everything here is like so fresh. So it's in the summertime, everything is so heated and it's like so, but in here it's different. We can see they have like around the summer they're gonna have a 19 different yurt as they're gonna build it. Let's see. Let's follow our camera. Let's see. Different yurts in here, and you tourism time they have a lot of different activities like horse racing, shooting, and they have our learn how to make the handcraft. And this is our yurt, so we can see from the outside of the look. A traditional yurt is like portable, a round tent covered with skin or felt and used as a dwelling by nomads in steppes of centuries. Yurt has have been a distinct feature of life in Central Asia for at least 3,000 years. So we can say it's actually like a modern RV. We can have like having it when we move, we can have it all together. With a horse or like 2 camels, we can move it all over the different place during the winter or summer or fall. Because we let's move into inside. Let's move inside. Is it light here? Okay. You can see the light is okay. We can see this is the inside of the yurt. The structure were like collapsed due to the use of a veiling or other bendable. The covering of the yurt were created with the wool felt, and as many as 8 coverings could be used to protect occupants from the cold, harsh climate during the long winter or in the summer. Then we can see from the details. So now it's only have like 1 covering because it's the summertime. So when it comes to the winter, they're gonna have like different 2 coverings with this wool felt. Let's see the inside. And today, here is our master, Bulbul. Өзіңізді бір таныстыра кетесіз бе?
Мен Bulbul Кәпқызы, осы Nomad етмесіндіктерде этнограф жұмыс жасаймын. Осы үйдің барлығы менің қолымнан шыққан, менің қол өнерім.
She is the master Bulbul, and all these things that we can see here, all this handcraft and all this, how to build all this is all made directly by her. And today, Nana,
Термебау.
айта беріңіз.
Бұл термебау деп аталады. Осы киіз үйдің барлық аксессуарларын, бөтжектерін, бауын, басқұрын, жел бауын, мына алашаларды барлығын осындай қазақтың ежелден бері қолданып келе жатқан техникасымен жасайды. Осындай станок арқылы.
This technique is being used for centuries.
Бастап жасап жатқанымыз бас қолдың бір фрагменті. Мында мына салып жатқан неміз біздің Қазақстанның батыс өңірінің қызыл мен қара бауды байқастырып салып тоқып жатырмыз. Қазіргі міне мынандай сынық мүйіз, мас мүйіз, мынандай өрлектер қазақтың оюлары. Самабыр ою деп айтады, сынық мүйіз деп айтады, теріс қайыру деп айтады. All this patterning here, we call it örnek. So it's all coming from this machine. It's all coming from this kind of technique. So it's in here. You can see it here. It's all coming from this technique. So today we're going to learn how to make it at least a piece. And I'm also need to learn because it is also my first time like learning all this culture and the traditions. And by the way, she's talking about this carpet. It's being қанша уақыт болды дедіңіз? This carpet is being like 100 years, so it's like ancient. It's like really valuable. Түктігілем ба? So as she said, жаңағы реңді сіз айтып отыр едіңіз, қара мен қызыл қазақтың
Ал одан мына шығыс жақта міне ақ пен қара жалпы мына кигіз үйді осындай өндіргені қолданады ғой. Қазақта ондай мына натуральный ет, нағыз табиғи өңдер бұрынғы жер бояумен бояған, рау ағашының бояуымен, сары ағаштың бояуымен бояған бояулар тек қана осындай. Мынау мысалы жаңғақтың бояуы. Жаңғақтың сарысы рау ағаштың бояуы. Жасыл жапырақтың бояуы. Сондай табиғи бояулармен ғана бояп қолданған. Бұның ешқашанда міне 100 жыл болса да бұның өңі кетпеген ғой, қайтпаған. Табиғи бояу.
So we have to say all this color is natural. That is why the color is still here from all this black and all this like red and yellow and green is all from the nature. They got the color, got this kind of painting from the nature. That is why after the 100 years, still it's so vivid. The color is still like fresh and beautiful. And so the western and eastern side use a different color. They use the black and red or white and red, so it's different.
Ешқандай мынау бояусыз. Ертең қанша жылға да мынау қанша уақытқа да адам қолдануға пайдалануға болады.
Мынау да қанша жыл болды мынаған?
Мынау енді керемет көп жыл болған жоқ, өзіміз жақында жасадық. Бірақ бұны біз 100 жыл пайдалана аламыз. Неге десең, бұл таза натуральный, қолдан жасалған әмбе табиғи рең. Қойдың ақ жүні, қара жүні.
It's from the shape and lap. So it's kind of like it's from the white and the black shape. So she said, as she said, they're gonna use it. Is 100 years. So if we're gonna use it 100 years, but this also traditional, it's really amazing. Siz ko'rsatsangiz.
Қазақ қойдың жүні тапу төсектердің барлығына мынандай қойдың жүнінен жасалған міне. Сонша қабат міне. Bir қабат, екі қабат міне, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 қабат. Төсек жасалған, сондықтан мынау адамның денсаулығына жақсы. Мына төсектің өзі мынандай қайқыбас төсек, қан айналуға жақсы. И оның үстіне салынған кигіздің өзі міне адамның денсаулығына өте жақсы. Пайдалы енді.
So let me say this is a bad. It's actually like really great, better than our modern bed. So this is like how many? 1, 2, 3, and it's all made by the wall. So мыналардың бәрі өздеріңіздер жасағансыздар. This is also handmade.
Мынау қара ағашының сүйек деп жасалған қазақтың ағаш өнерін. Мынау көрсеткен бұл біздің ерте кезден ежелгі ата бабамыздың жатқан төсек осындай қайқыбас төсек болған. Ол неге екі жағы бірдей қайқыбас десе, адам аяғын былай көтеріп жатқанда қан айналымы өте жақсы, адамның денсаулығына өте пайдалы.
So that's why it's look like a ship. It's like good for your body, like a blood system. That is why it's like a ship. And all this is like handmade. So that's why like when Kazakh people is moving, they only need 1 horse, like 2 camel. So you can like assembling or disassembly is like in 30 minutes during the 1 hour. мына қазақ үйді жасалған кезде қанша адам келеді осы үлкендіктен? Қанша адам?
Дәл осы үйге ме жоқ, қазақ үй негізі 6 қанаттан 24 қанатқа дейін болады. Үлкен де үй болады бұдан. Орташа мынау бір үй осыған өмір сүре беруге болады. Енді 4 адам, 5 адам, 6 адам, 8 адам да осында өмір сүруге болады.
Жоқ, жасағанға қанша адам кетеді? Осында
жасағанға ағашын бөлек үйші жасайды, ағашын. Ал басқадарын енді мен өзім жасадым жалғыз.
Көтергенге сол бір ретінде көтерген.
Тіккен кезде қайткен күнде 4 адам тігу керек.
4 адам.
Bir adam çangrağını götürüp, 3 adam oğun. Çançit keregelerin aldымен. Keregесін құрып, есігін қойып алады, одан кейін шаңырақ көтереді. Шаңырақ деген ең киелі, шаңырағың өте ауыр болады. Неден қайыңнан жасалады, қайыңнан жасалған шаңырақ ауыр болғандықтан екі адам көтереді.
So let's say this is we call shangrak. Shangrak is really important in Kazakh history because when we say like gathering a family together, the bir shangrakka жинаймыз. Shangrak is like represent a family. So this is also a window for this yurt. So as she said, like when build this house, like 2 people have to like hold this shangrak, and then they're gonna have like another 3% to build this like surrounding. So outside during the summer they're only gonna have like one cover, but in the winter time, as we said, like here is also from the like the wall tent, they're gonna have like 2 or like several different tents, and surrounding they're gonna have during the winter time they're gonna have snow. So it's for the harsh climate, the yurt is perfect. Even for during the summertime, it's still you won't feel like too warm or like too heated. So сіз айтпақшы қалғаны қанша уақытта тігіп бола алады бұл 5 адамның ішінде?
5 адам енді 2-3 сағат тігеді.
So it's around.
Bir gün тігеміз ғой, бірақ дайындалып, барлық жеп суын әдемілеп байлап, ішіне орналастырып, сымақтарын салған ғой, 5-6 сағат кетеді.
5-6 сағат. Ең тез болғанда деші.
Yeah.
So it's like approximately like for the 5 people, you're gonna cost like around like 4 to 6 hours to build all these things for according to the furniture and all this carpet and put all the things here. Also, let's our camera to have a like close look at the details of this house from everywhere. So this is all this handicraft is made by this lady. You can see this is also a handicraft. Yeah.
Кеседер жаңған ағаш кестерін маған салып қойдым. Ет табақтарды салып қоятын. Тұз қалта, шай қалта деген.
As we say, this is what is it used for? Like here, it is for the salt and for your tea and for the different teacups. So it's for your like for the like this is basically your kitchen. So we can say because yurt is you only have a one big circle, a big space. But you don't have like kitchen, your living room, your 2-bedroom. Oh, okay, this is. But мына жерде және екі yurtты жалғауға келе ма? Екі қазақ үйді былай жалғағанға. Көп болғанда қанша үйін жалғауға келеді былай істегенде?
Көп емес, мысалы енді сен қара мына жағынан сен қосалқы үй, бір үйді қонақ үй қылып қойып, екінші үйге сен шай қайнатып, от жағып, тамақ істеуге болады. Жалғастырып қоюға болады. Киім кешек қандай жасауға болады? Енді мына есігінің алды
Okay, so I haven't been like a big like a lot of yurts like connected to each other. Like as you have a tunnel, you can go to the next one. So as she said, we can have like build a bedroom, a living room, or a kitchen like separately, just like a separate yurt, and have a tunnel like connect with it. I guess if you're like rich enough, like wealthy enough to build it, it's gonna like cost like a fortune, I guess. So let's like continue and see all this handcraft here. Let's see. This is also for the babies. And we can see, oh, there have like babies here. So I also. Yeah, I was laying down here before when I was like a child, so I know this basic. So a lot of people still using it like modern time because it's good for the babies. When they are sleeping, they won't get like having a nightmare during the night. So it's easy for them to go to sleep. So. мына бесікті де қанша уақыт болған бесік?
Барлығын табиғи немен жасадық, өте синтетика зат жоқ, мысалы бала бесікке жатқанда міне бесікті құр қоймайды деген сәл болғасын мынандай қойғанбыз ғой. Мына жерінде міне баланың несі бар, шүмегі бар міне. Мына жерге мына баланың шүмегі мынаған тура отырғызу үшін мына жасаған әдейі арнап. Мынаған тиет, мынаған енді үлкен дәретке отырады, оның бетін жауып міне. Сол мынаның барлығын міне тесіп жасаймыз да, енді мынаның үстіне мынаған мынандай жасап, енді баланы жаңа туа салған баланы жатқызамыз ғой бұған бесікте міне. Мынаған мына баланы жатқызады, ол баланың енді сидігі басты жаққа шашырап кетпеу үшін шүмек салып былай бөлеміз де мынадармен қосымша маталар болады ғой енді білесің ғой былай бөлеп мынамен бүйтіп аяғын таңып бұл баланың түзу фигурасы дұрыс болып өсуіне ары қарай ұйқысының бұзылмай тыныш ұйықтауына барлығына жақсы әсер етеді ғой.
This is why they have to use it for the baby's face, so you want to move during the night.
Бала мысалы тыныш ұйықтайды мынада қолды қозғалмай
and for the head and also you have to tie it up.
Екі жерден мына байлап тастаймыз ар жағынан өткізіп аламыз да. Бүйтпен қол өте қатты емес мынандай жантақ жіптер әдейі мынаған жіңішке жіп алмайды мынаған жантақ баланың денесі қиып кетпей тыңғып мынандай жантақ қылып жасайды. Сонымен бүйтіп байлап қояды. Аяғында қолында осылай байлап қойғаннан кейін ол бала тыныш ұйықтайды, қозғалмайды, ұйқысы бұзылмайды деген сөз. Тыныштығына жақсы әсер етеді. Одан кейін мысалы ауа кіріп тұратын мынандай жауып қоямыз. Егер суық болатын болса ананы жабамыз, әйтпесе бала осында ұйықтайды.
So this is
ол кезде тербетіп былай.
Actually
Бесіктің аяғы міне мына ұқсаған дөңгелек болады мына жер. Былай жетіліп емес. Тербетілуге ыңғайлы. Бала тербетіліп ұйықтайды. Осылай ұйықтаған, одан кейін мынандай жылулық үшін бұны жабамыз. Бұл баланың бетіне тимейді, балаға тыныштық сыйлайды, баланың ұйқысы бұзылмайды. Жақсы ұйықтап, жақсы тәрбие алып, өсуіне өте пайдалы дүние бесік.
This is what we call basic.
Бесікте жатқанда мынада отырады да былай отырып тіреп тұрып емізе береді. Сондықтан ол ұйықтап жатқан баланың ұйқысы да бұзылмайды. Емізіп тастап, қайтып бетін жауып жүре береді ғой. Бағып отырған адамның қолына байлау емес те бала. Малын сауып қазақ әйелдер жүре береді ғой далада.
Because during the ancient time, even though if the man's outside doing the man's work, also the ladies and all these women do all this handicraft and taking care of the house. So you can't possibly able to looking after all this child the modern time, holding their hands all the time. So put it into the basic for them. It's the one it's safe. And you don't have to worry. And even though you are working, you can just shaking them with one of your hands. And even feed them, it's gonna be easier. And even though, just like she said, they actually have your toilet, like a diaper. It's over there. And a baby have a straight feet and want to move their hands, so they're gonna sleep well. So let's move to. This is жасағаны бір көрсетесіз ба? Let's move to our masterclass.
Бұл енді қазақтың ежелден бері келе жатқан несі өнері. Осы барлық келген заттардың осымен жасалған. Мынау мосы деп ашылады. Ал бұған қолданылатын материал.
Мынаны мосы.
Мосы.
So this is called мосы.
Арналады. Одан кейін мынаны адарғы деп айтады.
This is called адарғы.
Қылыш деп айтады.
Қылыш.
Қазір пайдаланады. Мына жерде тұрған мына мынау сүйреу ағашы. Керкепесін немесе мынандай атақтығымен бірдей. Сондықтан мынаның арасы бүйтіп ашылып отырады. Одан кейін енді мынандай өрнектерін шығару керек. Міне мынандай.
So we have to use the red line first, and then look at this.
Мынандай арасы кеңістік шығарып екі жіптің қызыл мен қара жіп кеңістік шығарып арасына оған
There have put another color into it.
Қара жіптер кетуі керек.
some type of traditional handicraft were forgotten, but today, thanks to the effort of enthusiasts, including the Union of Artists of Kazakhstan, which includes more than 650 craftsmen from all regions of the country, they are gradually being resorted. So this is the one that we are seeing right now. It's kind of difficult because you have to find all this.
мынау арқау жіп айтылады да мынау бой жіптер деп айтылады екі түрлі жіп осы арқау жіп арқылы өседі деген сөз мынау қатты салса
мына ортасындағы сол мынау арқау жіп. Here we can see this green. We can see from here.
мынандай өрнек шығарып отырған мынау арқау жіптің арқасы арқау жіптің бүйтіп өсіп тоқылып отырады осының барлығы енді осы арқылы тоқылады. Бұны енді 2 метрден бастап 30 метрге шейін тоқуға болады бір ретте. Бір жыл құрып алғанда, мысалы, үйдің ішіне құрғанда, міне үйдің ішінен енді ұзаса 10 метр шығады. Астында міне. Мұның астында бір 5 метр үстінде 5 метр үйдің ұзындығы болса, енді далаға құрсаң 30 метрге дейін сен өзің бір адам.
For one time, they can like do this kind of carpet like from Schmetterden.
2 метрге дейін бір ретте тоқуға болады. Одан кейін көп тоқимызсаң қайта құрып тоқи бересің ғой. Бірақ бір құрып тоқығаның 30 метрге шейін шығады деген сөз ғой қол өнерінде.
They can weave like from 3 meters to 30 meters at one time, but if you like at homes, so it's gonna be like 10 meters from the 10 meters and 10 meters like around like 20 meters. It's according to the size of your yurt. So if it's outside for the one person, you can do like 30 meters at once.
Оның ерекшелігі сен өзіңе қажет қанша қажет дейміз. 5 метр керек болса 5 метр, 10 метр керек болса 10 метр сен оны.
So you can control the length of your carpet by yourself. Жарайды, тоқи беріңіз көрейік. Let's see how the magic word is like. Look, the color is changing. The color is changing. So this line is going to become the pattern. So you have to find them first. You have to hit to the middle. Yeah. They call this knife. So you call this knife. енді қарасын тересіз ба?
енді мынадан қара терем.
Мен бір сынақ көрсем бола ма? Let me try first. Let me try it. So as I learned during the алдымен қарасын.
Жаңа былай өрлеп былай кетті ғой енді былай. Соны бұда ешқандай картина болмайды. Тек қана санап тоқисың, өзің ойыңнан саласың, ойдың бәрі мынаның барлығы не саналған ғой.
Алдымен қарасын табам ғой.
Қарасын дейін сен ортасынан аласың да, ортасындағыдан теріп аласың, екі жіптен.
Екі жіптен.
Енді бұл андақ жерде жоқ бітіп жатыр. Енді жерден ала берсің,
екі жіптен ала берсем болды ғой, я?
Екі жіптен ортасынан аласың ғой.
Oh, it's kind of hard actually. You have to be really handy.
Өте қарапайым түрі көрінеді. Жалпы адам үйренуге де ыңғайлы, жасауға да ыңғайлы.
Аха.
Содан көшіп қонып жүрген көшпенділер, қазақтар қай жерге барса да оған станок талап етпейсің. Барған жеріңде сен құрып тоқи бересің. Үш қазық құрсаң болды.
So, мынаны қанша уақытта үйренуге болады бір адамға енді үйренсе?
Енді бір адамға нағыз үйренді деген адам бір аптада үйреніп қоясың, 7-8 күнде.
So it's like it's not like I doing right now. It's kind of difficult because it's the first time. But if it's for like the person who wanted to learn it, is approximately 7 to 8 days. You can learn how to make it. So because this is like the nomad dive, you have been like you have to moving all the time. So everything is basically coming from the nature, or basically from the nature. You made it into this kind of piece of work. It's here. So everything is from the nature. The power of nature is kind of amazing. Дұрыс істеп келе жатырмын ба?
Енді тоқи бер, өйткені адамда үйрену үшін адамда еркін болу керек та. Оны сен бірде дұрыс істейсің, бірде теріс істейсің, бірақ сен сөйтіп отырып солай үйренесің. Сондықтан ол сен өзің білгеніңмен тере бер. Қолың жатылу керек, көзің үйрену керек. Содан кейін барып сен ары қарай өзің басыңдағы ой өрнекті салып кетесің ғой. Сондықтан мен оған сен мынауың дұрыс теріс демеймін адамға, ол үйренсін. Мен қазір андай теріс болса өзім сөгіп ала саламын мысалы.
So I don't know, I'm doing it. Oh no. Here. So basically she's saying like no matter I'm doing it right or wrong, because this is creativity, so I have to learn. So it's fine. If it's wrong, she's gonna do it later again. Мына интетикесін осылай істедім. This is a knife. You have to make. Мынаны алып тастайын ба? Мынаны алып тастайын. Қалай тарттым? Oh, it's kind of. Тарттым ба? Енді мынаны ортаға салам ба?
Тергенді былай жүгір шығарсың. Ал енді ортасынан да мысал.
Мынаны енді ортасынан ба? Мына жерден?
Ортасына кеңістік. Ал енді.
Oh, this is not just your creative stuff. You kind of have strength to do it. Болды.
Мынандай өрнек тоқу деген не? Сен тоқу адамға көп сабырлық, тәрбие көп, саған төзімділік, мынандай үлкен өрнекті тоқып шығу, оған қандай бір геометриялық фигуралы қазақ ой өрнектерін сол деген өте саған. Сені былай енді көзқараспен қарайтын адам тәрбиеленетін болсын ғой мынадан. Сен біткен әлемнің барлық ой өрнегін сен бұған салуға болады. Сенің бір жағынан сауаттың ашылады деген сөз, бір жағынан өнерге деген көзқарасың оянады, екінші жағынан сен сабырлы боласың, үшінші жағынан сен төзімді боласың, соны істеп үйренесің. Одан кейін мынау кешкен гимнастика, енді кешкен бүйтіп отырасың, мына жерден де ешқандай май не болмайды.
Okay, it's actually kind of have a lot of knowledge and like different creativity in this machine, because it's not just like when you learn how to do it, you have to be creative. You have to know, like you have to, when you say outside, there have flowers, there have horse racing, there have different things. You say it creative to here. This is all this pattern is coming from the nature, from what you say, from the word. And then when you're doing it, you really need to be patient, because it's gonna take a long time. You have to sit there just like you are painting a drawing, and you have to be patient and calm you down. And in the meanwhile, it's actually an exercise, you know, just like going to the gym. It's kind of gathering a lot of things all together.
Сен соны мынаған енді өзің қиялыңдағы барлық енді суреттерді, картиналарды сен сала аласың өзің үйренгеннен кейін. жіптердің қалай үйлесімділігі келіп тұр дегенге байланысты. Не саласың, сонда сен андай ары қарай дамып, өзіңді дамытуға, геометрияны да санаған жіпті санап қана саласың. Ешқандай бір картинаға қарап, мен мынаны салам деп отырмайсың оған. Сондықтан бұл сенің ой-өрісіңді дамытуға, қиялыңды ары қарай жетілдіруге үлкен әсер етеді.
This is gonna like influence like your like in like how to imagine like imaginary like different world. So after you learn how to make it, you can put all kind of pictures by yourself according to your fantasy world. Yeah. Now in the қалай
мынаны жаңағы шөшеріп қойып, мен анда қалтысына қаласың. Мына шетін әдемі шығару үшін мен жерді ұстап тұрасың.
Мына жерді ұстап, I have to hold this line.
Содан кейін қайтадан енді қызыл жіппен теріп, қызыл жіппен өрнектеріңді тересің де қайтадан қара. Екі қара мен қызыл екеуі айқасып өрнек шығып отырады.
So I have done the black line, so it's the red line now. So it's basically the same. You have to like find these two red line and then put it on another two red lines. Let me do it by myself for the day. You're only gonna do the red or black at one time. You can't do it both of them all together.
Мына тоқып жаққан жібінің өзі, жүн жіп, қойдың, қара қойдың, ақ қойдың жүн жіптері. Соны осындай жаңғақты бояумен бояп осындай колоритқа келтіріп алады.
I'm sorry, I'm too concentrated on this.
Сен сала бер енді, қандай бір өрнек шығады ғой сен өзің.
Қандай өрнек салу?
Ою деген салып жатқан мен не мысалы, енді сен қазір оны сен сразу үйренбейсің, сондықтан сен өзің қиялыңдағы сала беріп отырсың ғой, мен артынан
Ең қиын салу өрнек қалай? Ең қиыны?
Ең қиыны деп айтылған енді көбінде біз мүйіз әдемі оюлар саламыз ғой. Бұл ең қиыны көп мынаның жалпақтығында болады. Бұлай 50 сантиметрге шейін жалпақтыққа тоқисың. Сол 50 сантиметр жалпақтыққа сәйкесетін ою салуың керек болады ғой. Көбінде біз қайтеміз, қошқар мүйіз, қос мүйіз, сыңар мүйіздерді саламыз. Неге десе, мынандай ай мүйіз, ай маңдай мүйіздер салатын себебі, мүйіз деген қазақтың оюының символы. Символы ою, мүйіз оюлар. Соны ою деген нәрсе мүйізден басталады. Қазақ табиғаттағы аңның оюын, таудың келбетін, барлығын сала берген ғой. Содан кейін бұл мүйіз дегенің, неге мүйіздер шығады дегенде, бұл жалпы мына қорам қойға толсын, өрсін малға толсын, берекелі болайық, бірлікті болайық дегенің символы ретінде осындай қос мүйіз ою, мынандай мүйіз оюларды салып отырған.
Жарайды. Қазір сіз енді отырып бір чай ішіп жерге қазақтың дастарханға, yeah. Kazakh is like the hospitality, like the
Мауырынан чай ішіп, мыс апарып.
Yeah. This is what we call like a horse milk. So you can try it. It's like my favorite. So here is bağırsak. And my favorite is like they have ırmçık, kurt. This is my favorite, like made from the they have like different shape of it.
Малдың таза өнімі. Ал бұл қымыз, биенің сүті, саумал ішуге болады, адам денсаулығына өте пайдалы. Қазіргі заманда мынандай мал не болып жатқан кезде ең бірінші адамның иммунитетін көтеретін тағам осы ақ тағам, малдың өнімі. Сондықтан біздің қазір ата-бабамыздың ерте кезде көп ауырмайтыны, суыққа төзімді, ыстыққа да барлығына төзімді келетін осы ақ тамақты пайдаланғанның арқасы.
So we said like the white male. So white male is like this kurt, and here like kımız, and this ırmçık, саумалы.
Саумал, бауырсақ.
And бауырсақ.
Қойдың майына пісіреді. Сондықтан бұның барлығы адамның денсаулығына өте пайдалы, иммунитетін жоғары көтереді, қан айналымға өте жақсы, албаты тұмау-сымауды қабылдамайды. Иммунитеті жақсы болғаннан кейін адамның.
So it's like really good for your health because Kazakh people is usually like moving in the mountainside. They really need a lot of like nutrition and like a micro or macro like elements for your body. So all this thing is gonna provide your body like all this stuff that you needed. So even during the winter or summer, you're gonna like have a good health. So let me try this horse meal. It's really good. It's salty, and so I guess today we're gonna like end our session with me enjoying all these meals, and like welcome to Kazakhstan. This here in Edenawal, not just like handicraft or just meals, and you can have like horse racing, like shooting, and here you're gonna spend like several days in here. It's gonna be great, amazing experiences. Like we always waiting for you here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Welcome.
Hi, thank you, Dilda.
Yeah, that was a really great view of the yurt. I mean, I know one person who's very interested to go.
Yeah.
Are we back with Dilda?
Hi, Dilda, can you hear us? Not sure. Can you hear us? We cannot hear you right now.
She's muted. She's muted right now.
Yes, now she can hear us.
Okay.
You hear?
Yes.
Yes, but the connection isn't great.
Anyway,
I guess like follow the rules.
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you're back.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Yes, I think we just wanted to say thank you. Was the tour done already, or is there still something that you?
Yeah, the tour is actually already done, but actually I wanted to show the outside of the view of the Edenawal, if it's possible.
Yes. So we'll turn off on our end and continue with the tour outside.
Yeah, I want everyone to stay here because the weather is like super good, and here during the summertime of I guess from the spring time they're gonna have like 19 or like 20 different yards built in here. It's all the handcraft are made by themselves, and they can live in here. Even the tourists coming here, they can live here, and they have like delicious meal, Kazakh tradition. And here still have different, like several different shape of the yurt, different size. And here the mountain size, the view is really beautiful. And here, even though they have a tourist that wanted to like experience like the riding a horse here, they have their own horses. So last year they have like Sadak. It's like the shooting session. They're gonna show you that during the Nomad time, how is the man is riding the horse and what are they wearing, like how is it like during the war time, their technique on the horse. We can see here the view is really beautiful, and here everything is so just the view is splendid. So welcome to the Kazakhstan. This is just like one small part of the Kazakhstan, and we have like even more than this to show to the world, show to everyone. And Kazakh is a really like hospitality nation. So welcome to the Kazakhstan. We wait you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dilda.
Thank you, Dilda. That was really great.
Yeah. I mean, we all loved Kazakhstan. We were there, but we didn't get to see the countryside, and I'm sure next time back I'll try to make that effort.
Yes, same here.
Yeah. So if anybody had more questions for our speakers, in the chat we put the email that you can actually reach out to them, and they'll happily answer any of your questions.
Yes. I cannot find it, but it was mice at. Oh yeah, there it is.
Yes, mice at
QAZtourism.kz.
Yeah. We'll post it again just for you guys if you want to follow up with them about any of the questions of things you saw, or if you want to inquire about any packages or anything else. I mean, there is a lot to see in Kazakhstan from what I've heard. We unfortunately, when you go to an event, we only saw the one city. But everyone else that came to the event actually went and explored the rest of it.
They said it's amazing, so we want to go back and see it ourselves.
Right? Yeah, very, very jealous. So I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Kazakh Tourism, Kairat, Dilda, the whole
SkyWay.
team of SkyWay, the whole team over at Kazakh Tourism. We got to miss all you guys, so thank you very much for today's live experience.
And then should we look at what's up tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, if it go back one. Sorry, if you have any questions about today's session or about the Dream to Travel festival in general, feel free to contact either myself or Room. Our emails are very easy: paul@pada.org or room@pada.org. And for next week, what do we got?
That's tomorrow.
Oh, sorry, tomorrow. I'm already thinking ahead to next week.
Yeah.
But yes, we still have a couple more things for you. So
we're starting tomorrow morning with a fireside chat with Nori Quintos. I hope I pronounced that correctly.
Yes, it is.
So that's a nice start to the morning. If you would like to join that's 9 a.m. Bangkok time. And then we continue our Dream to Travel Festival in the afternoon.
Yes, at 1:30 we have games and giveaways. This is the final one. I think we've had this every week. Thank you very much to the Nepal Tourism Board for sponsoring the prizes. There's 6 prizes left to give away. There's a flight, a paragliding flight, and a couple of hotel stays both in Lumpini, Pokhara, and of course Kathmandu. We will then, after that, go right to a life experience. We'll be visiting the birthplace of Lord Buddha in Lumpini. Should be a great experience. And closing out the day is...
well, we have a live experience with Kazakh Tourism, which I think is going to be like a cooking session.
Oh, okay. You know what they're cooking?
No, I'm not sure what they're cooking.
Spanish
but yeah, tune in and let's see what they're cooking.
It's gonna be delicious, I'm sure. So I always the cooking shows. I always make sure I have food on hand because it's painful to watch.
Yes, you want to eat.
So that's it for today. This is our schedule for tomorrow. Also, please be aware of our schedule for next week. Please go to dreamtotravel.pada.org to check out our full schedule of the Pada Dream to Travel Festival. We have one more week to go, and that will be with the Macau Government Tourism Office. But we're still on this week, so we're still highlighting Nepal and with the Nepal Tourism Board. And with that, that's it from our end.
Yes.
Yes. Have a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for joining.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.